right, I guess I'll start it off. Fabian's got a bunch of stuff he wants to talk about. We just did a bunch of things. Let me mute my phone. I'm recording, bro. That's been recording for like a minute and a half. This has been recording for 18 seconds. Your mic is muted. And before we even get started,
Hello.
You're in. You're good.
Okay.
You're good. You're just, it is on. Like, hey, nice hat, dude.
Thank you.
Nice hat. I wonder where you got that from.
A store.
So you got that
Store Fernando.
What store?
Store Fernando.
Store Fernando.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I forgot it here apparently, and you were like, "I'ma use it." Anywho,
When you have long hair, you know.
yeah, I get you. I feel it. Understandable, sir. I need to confess something to you.
What?
Real quick, before we get started into
pregnant?
into the idle talk. Whoa.
You gonna be a dad?
Perhaps not.
Oh!
No, not me. That's Christian. I was editing the March craziness
Yes.
MRE bar brackets.
Please tell me we don't gotta do it again, bro.
No. This is gonna be the hilarious part. Your mic wasn't on.
Oh my god.
You know how I know? Because your shit was not loud at all. My mic was picking
We're
up.
gonna have to record it another fucking time.
No, we don't.
That's
no, we don't.
3
We could
times
just
we've
no.
done that
We could just
protein
we
bar
could
shit,
just
bro.
do like a hey, we like this one the best. Even though we had to record it all over again
twice,
billion jillion times.
Yep.
Anyway, 3, 2, 1, big clap, baby. Welcome back to Idle Talk, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy, Fabian.
Nice to see you.
I thought you were gonna be like it's Fernando, but because I said I was Fabian.
Oh,
But you didn't.
I thought you were
introducing
me.
No. I was introducing me as you, but it's too late.
And I'm
It's
Fernando.
passed. No, it's passed. It's passed already. Moment passed. Didn't pick up. You didn't pick up on the cue.
I didn't pick up what you was putting down.
Exactly. We're back with another regular, schmegular Idle Talk.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do today? We gym, tan, laundry. Always. Mini as we wake up.
We finished.
We finished
our bracket this
brackets, our March craziness bracket for energy drinks, and today was the toughest one.
It was.
I will tell you, we were.
I think my winner is the winner though.
Yeah. But cracked out at like.
I was
2,000 milligrams of caffeine.
That is true. Yeah, I don't know how we alive because every can I read of those, they're like, drink 2, please. Stop. No more after 2. Yeah, it says 2 a day, no more.
Here's 6 in a cup. So we accomplished that. We made that. We survived. We're strong and healthy young men.
Yep.
As strong as we can be. So that was pretty good. Pretty solid episode. Excited to edit that down. That's going to probably come out pretty soon. Editing a bunch of other stuff too. So we've got a plethora of content ready to go. And if we keep up at this pace, probably have a lot to post
by the end of this month.
Yeah. So that's good. I'm excited, Fabian. Gym went well. We went to Moe's.
Always. That's our protein eat now.
Moe's.
I think.
Look at me. Look at us. Sponsor. You boys.
Yeah, please, bro. I'm gonna be real. I used to fuck with Chipotle heavy, heavy.
No, we don't.
I don't anymore.
You know why? They don't do it like you.
Yo, fucking fix your portions and your pricing, Chipotle, because you're shit. You're shit, dude. Fuck you. Moe's? They know what they do. That man was stacking it up
that
for
man
me, bro.
Was like,
he put so much stuff in my stack, bro.
Shit was like a fucking mountain.
It was big, bro.
And then he was like, fold.
And you know how much I paid for that?
And it perfect.
For all of it. Everything I paid for, everything we had, $35.
$35 for 2 people.
Two stacks. Two big-ass stacks with chips and a drink.
Double steak.
Yup.
Half chicken, half steak.
With guac. In both of them, right?
For free? No, it wasn't for free.
No, it wasn't for free, but it was still cheaper.
It basically felt like it was
still
free.
Cheaper.
Chips?
Free. Always.
Salsa? Free. Refills?
Free.
As many as you want.
Free.
Super free. Anyway, Moe's, you know what to do. Hit us up.
Sponsor us.
Let's work together. We'll shoot.
Please,
we'll shoot
please.
on site.
I would absolutely
Podcast on site while we
down.
mukbang.
Yeah.
Everything on the
Mukbang,
menu.
yeah.
So I told you there's a box. I'm like, we should have done that. But I don't know. I'm not that hungry yet. I feel like it needs to be a full day of hunger, and then we can just.
I never finished my stack.
Kill it. No, I'm saying there's like a party pack you can get.
I know the catering thing. You
Yeah,
think
yeah,
you want to eat all that?
I'm saying we should do a mukbang when
Just
we're
us
really
two?
hungry. Yeah.
There's no way we'd finish it.
What? We'll invite
We're not
somebody.
big backed enough anymore.
Who want to come on the show to eat some food?
Who
It's
wanna
on
mukbang with
Fabian.
us? What? Why me?
I don't know. I just felt like saying that. Because Fabian likes paying for things. Hit him up.
Nope.
No, he just like
I
me
ain't
for
nobody's
real.
sugar daddy.
Well, I didn't say that. I'm just saying like when you invite somebody to go somewhere, you be like,
I got
bow, bow. Fucking bank calls you. Yo, stop.
it. You don't got this type of money, bro. Stop.
You're like, yo, if it
Go through, I do.
If it don't decline, it's a sign. That's what I say. That's what I be saying. Anyway, Fabian, what's on your mind, bro? You got a couple things you want to chit chat about.
Yeah, there's a few things I want to talk about. Did you watch Dune 2 yet?
No, I did not watch
Oh
Dune 2.
my god. Well, I want to talk about that when you watch it.
My shawty does not have the attention span to sit through a
I promise she
movie.
will.
So if anybody has the attention
I
span,
promise you she will. It's that interesting of a movie. If you
whoever wants to
just
go
throw it
with
on.
me.
I'll go with you. I'll watch it again. I like it.
All right, word. We'll do that.
I like that film.
Yo, when we're in Christian's baby shower, we'll all go.
Oh, did he watch it?
Not yet. He was gonna
Oh,
go
well,
with
I'm
Leslie.
down. Yeah, I'm down.
So even if he
Oh,
does go,
we could talk about that. Christian's having a baby shower.
Christian's
in
having a baby
few
shower.
weeks.
Our boy, couple weeks.
He's gonna be a papa.
He's gonna be a pops. You know,
First pops of the group.
I know, right? Isn't
Who's
that
next?
Crazy?
Who's next?
I think the
It's you,
obvious.
dog.
Me?
It's you. I know it.
I think if I cuff a girl with a kid, I'm automatically second. You know. So if I wipe,
Hey, you would too.
if I wipe down a single mom,
He gonna be a
then, yeah.
stepdaddy. I'm telling you.
Oh my god!
But let's talk about Bad Batch,
Bad Batch?
first, and
Bad
then
Batch
I also want to talk about the new X-Men series that recently released on
Disney Plus.
That's-
Disney Plus, Datney Plus. Before we get into Bad Batch, is this X-Men series enough to keep your subscription?
Yes.
Word?
Yeah. I agree.
You think they're gonna get more than one season?
If it does well, yeah.
They have to, right?
And I think it's doing well.
All right.
I've
so
been seeing it everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like and
Twitter,
even- yep. I've seen
TikTok.
numbers. I've seen people actually like interacting with the story and be like, "Wow, this was really cool," and making edits and clips and stuff. And that's what
Instagram.
Yep, that's what people want, right? 'Cause
Motherfuckers on
it's-
Facebook is talking about it. She was crazy. She's insane. All right, let's jump into Bad Batch. We are in. I think this is one of the pivotal episodes of the season because it's.
Can I just say something real quick before you start? Disney, for the love of God, just make the brightness a little bit more. Y'all doing too much, bro, with these dark episodes. Y'all make it pitch black. It's
nighttime.
too much.
Favorite can't see.
I can't see shit on my TV, bro. I just see the lights and I just see lights on people's characters. I'm like, okay, I think that's this guy.
I think that's that guy's eyes.
It's so fucking dark, man. Just increase the brightness a little bit. Fuck.
It's actually
Go ahead.
hilarious because I was sitting super close to the TV today, and I still couldn't see shit. And the funny part was I saw this episode already, so I knew what happened. But I was still like, what the fuck is going on the screen? So it wasn't a bad episode. But I think, like I said, it's going to be a pivotal point in the season. Now we're going to be in the back half of the season.
Yeah.
So things should be picking up theoretically. We've got a little bit of teasers sprinkled in. You know, you said they mentioned something from one of the Cal Kestis games.
Yes, they brought up the Haxian Brood, which is a
Jedi Survivor, the video game.
Yep. It's the bounty hunter thing that chases you basically.
Guild? It's like a
It's
squad?
a guild,
It's
yeah,
like
pretty
like
much.
like a homie group type shit.
And they capture you, and then you have to fight in an arena, and then you
damn.
beat them, and then you escape, and then they chase you throughout the whole game.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, it was cool hearing them because they've never been brought up before the game, and then they got brought up in the game, and now they're getting brought up in other things, which is really cool.
Other forms of media, which is the Dave Filoni
Yeah,
effect.
I like that a
when
lot.
somebody has an overarching vision for how things should go, and things get put in places, and you're
Yep.
like, what?
Wow.
Oh shit! It's a
It's almost like it's a good
cohesive
story.
timeline.
Oh my god, it's a good story. Oh my, it's good storytelling. It's insane.
It's crazy.
We
when
barely get that in Star Wars.
when
So
you
know.
care about something, you put in some effort to it.
So
that was interesting.
yes,
I
it was.
didn't-
Who? They brought it up because that bug guy killed someone from there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and they were hunting them down. They were
Got
like,
it,
"Yo,
got it.
He killed somebody and then took their money. And they're like, "Yo, give us our money back." They didn't really care that he killed somebody. They were like, "Yo, you took our shit. Give it back."
Which I don't even know what race of bug he is.
I don't know. He looked like a cricket.
I couldn't even see him half the
He looked
episode.
like
I'm being
he looked like
real.
a cricket snake.
He looked kind of like a cricket, yeah, like a praying mantis type
yeah,
shit.
and he made noises like.
It took like 16 of stun shots to get him
Word,
down.
word. They really did shoot him a billion times just to fucking get him down. What I was gonna say, they brought Fennec Shan in. Who
Yes.
we were introduced in The Mandalorian.
Yes, the very first time we saw her was in The Mandalorian, the episode that he was on Tatooine, and that dude who was the young Han Solo type.
Yeah.
They like went to chase her down, and then she gets shot, and then she gets a new like tummy.
Oh
from
yeah,
Wildcat,
she did get
whatever.
shot. She
Yeah.
does have like a robotic.
Yeah, she has a
fucking
robotic tummy now, yeah.
mid tummy, I guess. Yeah, it is a tummy.
Which by the way, I need to see Mando animated now. Now that
telling
she's
you.
like in the whole animated world, and by the way, the character who plays her voices her too, which
Like,
is
you
really
mean
cool.
the person who
Yeah,
plays her?
voices her now,
voices her, yeah.
and the animated stuff. So that's really cool. I want to see them cast Pedro as Din Djarin and it doesn't have to be the Bad Batch, but any type of Star Wars animated thing. I want to see him in it.
I was saying that after the Mandoverse movie, which is supposed to culminate a bunch of endings to a bunch of things, they should just have a Mandalorian animated show. That way we get
Like with him and Grogu or something.
maybe like Tales of the Jedi format. Like, you know how there's a coalition of Mandalorians,
Random episodes.
Yeah,
and
be
stuff,
like, hey, this random Mandalorian.
Well, I guess you're right. They could put it in Tales of the Jedi
Bo-Katan
and put
here.
him. Yeah,
like something,
you're right.
Tales of Mandalorian.
Yeah, I
Something
guess
like
you're
that.
right.
Give Din Djarin a couple episodes with baby Grogu. Yeah, I was gonna say Yoda.
We don't call him that anymore.
Yeah, we don't dead name.
Yeah, we don't dead name him.
Grogu
he got a name
anymore.
now.
So yeah, I think that'd be a nice little like.
What do you think of the newest episode of The Bad Batch? Because we haven't even gone through it. The synopsis of this episode was The Bad Batch is looking for an answer for why the Empire wants
Omega.
Yep.
You
I
almost
almost said
said
Echo.
Echo.
I almost said it again. Omega because of her M count, which they know it's an M count, but they don't know. We know it's midichlorians, yeah, but they don't know what the fuck
They're
it's
like, what the fuck is M count?
So they're looking for the answer, and then
Even if they said midichlorians, they're gonna be like, what the fuck
hell
is
is that?
midichlorians?
So they contact the Tech's girlfriend, basically the pirate lady,
His baby
from
moms.
yeah,
moms.
from last season, and she's like, no, I don't know nothing about that, but I can find somebody who does. And
She's
she contacts Fennec Shan and is like, this girl might know something, so.
Nah, she gets the whereabouts of her, and she's like, yo, she's right there. Go ask her.
Yeah,
but it's not gonna be cheap. She gonna ask for billions of dollars, and she does.
Yeah, but instead they just do a job for her.
And they go to Florida.
They go to Star Wars, Florida. Yeah,
Star Wars
Bayou.
Crocs, alien.
Which, by the way, Wreck is a real one. He was manhandling them big ass Crocs, bro.
It was so funny where I'm like, yo, somebody about to get bit right now, and then Hunter gets
chopped in the backpack
and brought down underwater. And the first thing Wrecker does is
jump in
on the back.
Yeah, he
of the
just
crocodile
jumps on him
and starts punching him in the face until he lets him go. I thought that was pretty good.
Wrecker's a real one, bro.
He is a real one. He be scared.
No hesitation.
He be scared.
Hesitation.
He be scared, but he's like.
No, the only thing he's afraid of is heights. Everything else, he be on that shit.
He was
bro.
like, "What's in the water? What do you mean you don't go in the water?" But he a scaredy cat. But he, when it comes, push comes to shove, he's like, I'm in here defending my boys. So that was pretty.
So
cool.
they were on that planet looking for the Bug Man.
They were.
They get the Bug Man.
They get him after they shoot him a billion times to stun him.
Because they needed him alive, right? Because
Yeah.
I was thinking, I was like, when Fennec was on the boat, I was like, why doesn't she just fucking snipe his ass? But I guess they needed him alive, yeah.
And can we talk about how bad of a close range shooter Fennec Shan is? Like,
I feel like they was all missing their shots.
No, but at least the bad batches, they were like getting fucked up. Like
they was putting hands on them.
He was punching them in the face.
They was putting hands on each other. Yeah, you're right.
And she was just like, oh.
Which is weird because in the last season, she seemed like such a dope bounty hunter. She was fighting against Cad Bane. And Cad Bane is like one of the top dogs in that world of bounty hunters, right?
He's probably the top dog.
No, not anymore. Boba Fett is.
No,
now.
I mean like in this current timeline of history, it's probably.
Isn't that still Boba when he was a kid? No?
No, Cad Bane's always been better than Boba. How do you think he got that bullet hole in his helmet?
Because Boba shot him in his fucking dome.
No, I'm saying Boba has a bullet in his helmet.
Oh, you're right. He has a dent in it.
But
Cad Bane also has a giant metal implant because he got shot in the head by Boba.
Oh, word?
Yeah, they shot each other.
So it's 1A, 1B.
And Cad Bane is a beast because I remember, what was it, like 2 seasons ago when he was fighting the Bad Batch, he was putting hands on him.
He was putting hands on everybody.
Yeah.
He put hands on the clones, first of all.
On Fennec.
And then Fennec. And then Hunter was like, all right, you want to draw? Yeah, you want to draw?
And then Cad is like, you don't want that
Cad's
fight,
like, you
dog.
don't want to draw, bro. And the robot was like, you don't want to do this. I missed that little robot.
Same. Cad Bane's little like homie.
I need a series of like just a bunch of
just
random robots. No,
just the droid series. Fuck that.
No, it'd be hilarious. Like
we've had enough with the Clone Wars when it was just R2 and C3PO.
No, but I'm saying the other droids.
The only droid I would honestly like to watch Chopper. Yeah, he's the most funniest droid. Like he don't give a fuck about nobody.
Bro, it's top 5 droids. And then Cad Bane's droid is funny.
So
AZ is awesome.
AZ is good. Yeah,
AZ is awesome. The Gonki.
He don't do much. He's just a big battery.
I know, but
I do like him though.
I feel like we should get like an episode, like a one-off episode of like his perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So like throughout the seasons, like he was like all of a sudden like because they fix him, Omega fixes him. He's like, oh, what the fuck? I can see shit now. And then all of a sudden, you know when fucking Wrecker carries him on his shoulder, he's like,
a battery pack.
we get the POV of the Wrecker's
floor.
back and the floor. He's just being carried. I think it'll be a funny like 5-minute short.
Yeah.
I think that'd be hilarious. But what were you saying?
No, I was just continuing the episode. Like once they capture him, they bring him back to the ship. She
doesn't give him the information.
No, she says that she don't have it yet, right? That's what it was.
But
and he's like, so why would you take the deal if you didn't have the information? She's like, listen,
trust
bitch, I'll get it. Just trust me. Either you could trust me or we could fight right here. And I was like, damn, okay.
The bitch was heavily implied.
I was like, damn, okay.
All right, you got it. You know what? You're right. I'm tripping. It's not like we exchange goods and I didn't get my end of the deal.
Exactly. And then so she goes back into the ship and then she contacts whoever it is.
This is what I hate. Why are we listening to the conversation of the perspective outside of hers? Because we're looking at her, right? And this is obviously all communications are like encrypted, right? So and the noises that were happening is obviously an encrypted message, right?
Yeah.
She can hear it because she's having the conversation. She's the one that initiated it.
Yeah.
But we're there in the perspective of like we're a fly on the wall.
Like we don't know who.
Like we don't know who she's gonna bring in. Like you don't know who's gonna appear in the next few episodes.
I mean, I
like,
think
can you just confirm it?
I agree.
Please.
I agree, but
like,
you know they want you to come back every week, bro.
We're coming every week to watch X-Men.
You right? I am. But they don't know that.
They showed that trailer at the beginning.
They did show the X-Men trailer immediately when you press Bad Batch. My theory is it's either Asajj Ventress, which we've seen her in the trailers a bunch of times, and she still hasn't showed up. So I think it's her.
With the weird hair?
Yeah. But her lightsabers are cool.
What are they, yellow?
The yellow. Yeah.
You think she took them from the Jedi Temple guards?
If it's true to the book that she was in, she bought it off the black market, and then she meets Quinlan Voss, and they fall in love together.
Well, yeah. I hope that's what we
I hope they use that, but I don't know. It's Disney.
You know why
they might not use anything in the book.
I hope we get that simply because I don't really think we're going to get the Clone Rebellion because we literally just watched them get murked.
Yep.
Like the last episode.
A lot of them get murked.
Almost everyone.
Yep.
Everyone who's not like a major character.
Major clone.
Like dead, gone.
Right.
All the patrol clones dead. So that's pretty sad. So I hope they stick somewhat close
to the books. I agree.
Even though they're not canon anymore, they're legends.
I know.
But we do know Asajj Ventress' ultimate fate. She is that spirit voice when Darth Vader meets Ahsoka and Ezra and Kanan and Darth Maul on that planet. That's her voice.
Really?
Yeah.
On the planet that Maul like tempts Ezra?
Yeah.
Oh, that's her voice?
That's her voice.
So she's dead.
So she's dead at that point.
So during it's
during
Rebels,
right?
Yeah. Yeah, she's dead.
She's dead. And now she's alive currently. So let's see where that story ends.
I like her. I love their character in Clone Wars. Like when she got betrayed by Dooku, and then she was like, you know what? Fuck the Empire.
Like, fuck you guys.
I actually fucked with her character a lot more and I liked the book where she was in love with Quinlan, and I liked their dynamic because Quinlan's always been like
a rogue
gray Jedi kind of, but not really because I guess there is no gray Jedi. I'm not gonna fight with y'all in the fucking comments about it, but yeah. And I love Quinlan Voss. He's a cool ass. He's like one of the coolest black Jedi. Besides who else is black?
Dreads, right?
Yeah, he got dreads. But who else is black? Mace and him. That's it.
No, there was another black Jedi who.
The girl in the Last Jedi. Oh, not the Last Jedi. Survivor, the game.
That
Cal
girl
Kestis is like master.
And
she's black.
the woman who went with Obi-Wan to fight Maul and Savage the
Oh,
first time.
yeah.
She gets clapped.
She gets clapped though, but she's not really alive though.
Yeah, but she's black.
True.
She counts.
Damn, they killed all the black characters. Quinlan is dead. Mace is dead. She's dead. The girl from the game, sorry, spoilers, she dies.
So everybody's dead, huh?
Darth Vader murked her shit in the last game. It was a good ass fight though in the game. You get to play as her fighting Darth Vader, and it's so sick.
And you lose?
You beat him,
Oh,
but in the cutscene you lose.
Oh,
in the cutscene you get your ass kicked. But yeah,
man. I mean, he's that guy. Vader, he's that guy.
He is. It's scary.
I think what's gonna happen is that the Bad Batch in the next episode is gonna get approached by whoever they spoke to.
Whoever Fennec spoke to.
Whoever Fennec spoke to, but not on their planet.
I just realized
what?
It has to be Asajj. Who else knows about M Count besides another Jedi?
Yep.
It has to be Asajj.
What I think is because they said something very specific, tier 1 bounty hunters. So I'm assuming those are like
the top of the top, right?
Fett, maybe
Asajj would be up there.
Maybe Fennec Shan. We don't even know. Maybe Asajj was a bounty hunter,
and she was in a group of them.
Yeah,
too.
Is she still a bounty hunter? But it's plausible that she is because she loves money
and she uses a lightsaber and the Force. What other bounty hunters using these types of things, right?
And because they're such high level bounty hunters, I think that they're gonna get like a briefing of like these people are important because they're gonna be used for
the
experiment.
Yeah. You're right.
Particularly important to the Emperor.
And if you think about it, the Empire hired Cad Bane seasons ago to
multiple
hunt down,
times.
Yeah, to hunt down Force-sensitive kids.
He's been on the Emperor's payroll since the Clone Wars. Yeah. Remember that time he had to kidnap the senators?
Yeah, break out one of the huts or some shit.
Yeah.
And he really won. He beat all the Jedi. He's like, psych, peace, and he got him out.
He kidnapped the senators to get something for that breakout mission. Broke out that guy. Tried to kidnap a bunch of kids with the Emperor. So he's been chilling with that. So yeah, he's been on that payroll for a bit.
He might know then.
Broke out a pension.
He might know what the hell the MCON is too.
He
so
it
could be Cad Bane also.
But I think it's gonna be Asajj because I think we're gonna get a few episodes with her. I don't think she's gonna make it to the end of the season. Not that she.
You think they're gonna kill her? You think they're gonna kill her in Bad Batch?
I think we're just gonna branch off. She's gonna go on. I think they introduce her. Right, we get a few episodes with her.
And then they give her
then she
another
goes
show
away,
or some shit.
And then she probably gets like a 1-season show. Something short on the.
I want to see her with Quinlan. If they bring her back and they don't kill her off this season, I want to see her her adventure with Quinlan Vos.
My thing is, why would they kill her off? I mean,
you told me she's dead.
I can tell you why. No, but like,
she has to get killed off.
Yeah, but not like that soon.
Correct, but
because there's still a lot of
time before Rebels. Yeah, you're right.
Rebels, she could have got killed by Vader. True. If we're being real, he's like, yo, you got fucking lightsabers.
Who said you had those out here?
Wait, I know you, bitch. You was one of my biggest rivals. So he probably would just do that.
That is true. They used to fight a lot when he was at.
He used to fight a lot. Even in
the
original Clone Wars.
She's the one that gave him the scar.
Yeah,
the original one.
It was fighting. They
was putting their hands.
At one point, they lost lightsabers. They were just fucking duking it out.
Yeah, that's what I love about the 2D animation Clone Wars is that whenever a Jedi would lose their weapon,
they start
throwing hands instead of like lightsaber. They'd be like and start punching each other with the Force.
Reach. They're like, yo, screw up.
Like you remember when that Mace Windu scene?
Oh, when he starts punching droids,
he loses his lightsaber and he just starts throwing hands on everybody.
Then he grabs him by the head.
Yep. Yeah. And then he squeezes Grievous's chest, and that's why he can't breathe. That's
why he got asthma.
Yeah. Such a dope scene,
bro.
They never bring that back.
My Force barrier, because it's like there's like a little unspoken rule, like they'll penetrate somebody's Force barrier.
But Grievous don't got the Force.
But everybody has some sort of barrier. That's why Jedis, when they want to read your mind, they have to make you fall under their control. They gotta break it. They gotta be like, you know.
Okay.
And it's not cool to do.
Fuck it.
Jedi
I'd
rules.
I'd do it.
We know.
Oh, speaking of Jedi, we should speak about the Acolyte.
The Acolyte trailer.
Yeah, because there's nothing. What else do we speak about the Bad Batch? That's everything. That's the end,
everything.
Right?
Yep. Let's just jump right into Acolyte. So it's gonna be a show on Disney Plus, right?
Yes,
live action.
It looks good.
It does look good, but I feel like all the budget went into that trailer.
You might be right. Disney
Disney
You're not wrong.
Be dropping a bag on the trailer and then the fucking special effects be looking like robot chickens.
Trailer looked so good.
We're like, whoa, this show's gonna be great.
And then I watched it and I was like, it's okay.
Everybody's reaction was literally like, yo, this show is about to feed generations.
It was just okay. And it was like a regular ass anything else.
You could have skipped a couple of episodes here, just condense it right there. It could have been a movie. It should have been a movie.
Yes.
I digress. Acolyte, so it's going to be at Time of the High Republic?
Yes, and that's what I'm excited about. It's something that they haven't explored
seen.
Live action at all. It's always been in books. And games and shit like that. So, which, by the way, again, in the fucking last Survivor Jedi, you fight a Jedi from the High Republic.
He was
cryo-freezed.
Cryo-frozen, yeah.
Yeah. So it's really cool to see Jedi at their peak, basically, right? When they were the most dominant Force user, there were no Siths, there were no things like that, right? And so this is supposed to be the entry to like, well, the Jedi are now feeling disillusioned, right? And there's people who are seeking out this power instead of the way that they've been taught for years, right? And so the acolyte, right? It's supposed to be the what's her name? I forget the actress's name, but have you ever seen Hunger Games, the original one? The little girl who gets murked?
Oh, no.
You've never seen the original Hunger Games?
No, I don't know who gets murked.
So the little black girl who gets murked in the original Hunger Games is the girl who's playing the acolyte in Star Wars. Yeah. And she's a good actress. And so I really want to see what she can do with that role. Also, the guy from Squid Games is in it.
Squid Game guy.
That's what I'm saying. So I and the trailer looked good, bro.
It did look good. It looked fire.
That's what I'm saying.
And there was a bunch of cool like
combat
abilities.
stuff. Yeah, they were like stopping. Like it's so cool watching Jedi fight without their saber. Like they were all stopping like bolts and kicks and stuff with just the Force and pushing people away. I was like, this is cool, kick, bro.
They were like, whoa.
They're like redirecting. Like they're really like more defensive instead of like offensive, like they were in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, when you had to be.
And they're also introducing a character that in the books, if they stay true to the books, uses a light whip instead of a lightsaber.
I saw that,
which is sick.
I hate that it was purple. Somebody was like, "It's gonna be a purple."
It is
light
purple,
whip.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, come on.
You don't like purple?
I liked it when Mace Windu had it.
You a hater, bro. Purple is one of the coolest colors.
He was like,
I want
a color unique to myself.
You're right. I know.
And I feel like we should have.
There is no lore wise why it's purple, but it looked cool.
It did look cool.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying, but I feel like
if I was in that show, if I was in Star Wars, I would want a purple lightsaber, bro, or a magenta lightsaber because those are pink, or a black one like the dark saber. Those are cool. Magenta. You know who else had a purple lightsaber?
Who?
Darth Revan.
Oh, he did.
One of the coolest fucking Sith ever made.
Cool ass Sith. Speaking of Mace Windu, you know those like theories that he's like alive. Mm-hmm. I think that'd be a cool show.
Yes, but I don't think Sam Jackson could play the role of Mace Windu anymore. Just true. Like you wanted, as much as I
animated, it could be animated.
Yes,
and he could just voice.
He could. Yes,
that's what
I
I'm
agree.
To get at.
Yes.
I don't want to see no CGI shit.
But they're gonna do
AI.
live action, and they're gonna do it bad because
we need to stop doing live action.
Because when Secret Wars, when he had his own show, it was very limited what they could do when it came to action. Because he's an old man, bro. Like, what can he possibly do when it comes to stunts, right? So if you put him in those robes again,
McDermott was cooking at the time of Revenge of the Sith.
Was he?
He was cooking.
He was doing his own stunts?
He was doing the stunts that you couldn't really like switch out. That was really close, you know?
Got it.
It's like if you switch it out, I'm like, that's a young
man. That's not the man.
That's
not Ian McDermott.
That's a young man.
So
someone get him a 4.
I would actually really love to see a Mace Windu like series where like he didn't die and he's just doing his own thing. But then again, it contradicts a lot of the stuff.
We need Star Wars What If. That's what we need.
Oh, that would be cool.
Star Wars What If.
Like, what if Darth Vader went to the good side and he wore like an all white armor? I've seen a lot of those concept arts. Yeah. Those are cool as shit. You know what? You cooking? You should be working for Star Wars. You, bro.
I got a
What's
vision.
His name? Dave Filoni?
Hire me.
Hire.
Intern. I'll intern for a few years. I'll get my own cowboy hat.
He got the ideas, bro.
I'm cooking. Let's jump right into X-Men.
Please.
That show was awesome.
I told you.
That was a 10 out of 10 both episodes.
I'm telling you, bro. And that was just 2 episodes.
Bro was giving a monologue. I was like, pause it. I agree.
I told you, bro.
Like, bro said 2 sentences. I was like,
Magneto was cooking.
You got
it. Cooking, bro. This show has made me love that character more than I ever have in any of the movies. Like a lot of the times when I see him in movies and stuff, it's like, I agree with you, but you're being oldie radical, bro.
You're killing so many people.
Yeah, you're being oldie radical. Like you're going from like I just want my people to be treated equally to I'm gonna murder every human on the planet.
I'm gonna murder everybody until there's no more humans, so we're all equal because of that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's literally what's his plan, right? And then in this show, it seems like they toned down that a little bit, where it's like, no, he's changing.
He did it. He killed a lot of people.
Yeah,
but then everybody's like, guys, come on, he's changed.
Because yes, in the original series, he was the villain of the show.
Magneto was like, guys, come on. I'm sorry.
And then in this show, spoiler alert, Charles leaves everything to him in his deed, right? His will. Sorry, not his deed. He leaves the deed to his mansion.
Assassinated.
In the original show.
Off camera.
Which,
wait,
by the way,
did that happen in the original show? Like the end of the 6 seasons?
Yes.
Oh shit!
But
so it picks
can
off.
I spoil something?
Yeah.
He's not dead.
Motherfucker.
Charles isn't actually dead. So he does get shot with like something by the guy who's in prison, and then
gets teleported.
He gets rescued by it's convoluted comics. Is stupid.
Multiverse?
No, he gets rescued by a space princess that he fell in love with a few seasons ago, and she says that she's gonna take him to her home planet and try to fix him. basically. And so because of that, the world thinks he's dead because he did get shot on camera, but no one saw him get rescued. Basically,
she came in like the Flash, like come on.
No. Like they bring him back to the house, and while he's like on his deathbed, the lady comes in and like brings him to space. So the only people that actually know that he's not dead are like the X-Men and Magneto, because Magneto is the reason when in the original series when Magneto sees that his best friend got shot on camera, he's like, maybe what I'm doing ain't right. Maybe maybe I'm not doing right.
Damn, they killed my boy.
Pretty much, yeah.
He's like, I gotta get that back.
So
in blood.
In this show,
guy.
Magneto is the leader of the X-Men, which is
That's
cool.
That is cool. That's very.
Which is really cool because I fuck with him heavy. I love every line. I'm like cooking. Whoever the voice actor is, which I think it's Ross Manquad or whatever the guy who's also in The Walking Dead that plays Aaron.
That's him.
Yeah, he also plays Red Skull in a lot of the MCUs after the original.
Aaron was such a low key good character.
Yeah.
In Walking Dead.
And he's a great dude. He's such a good voice actor. He voices a lot of people. He also voices Immortal and Invincible. If you
I haven't
Invincible.
seen that show, but I've been watching a lot of shows on X.
Same, I watch a lot of
because they just post like full on 10-minute clips. I'm like,
and Elon don't put it down.
You know, he wants you to fucking like be on X to use it like YouTube.
That's
He's like,
crazy,
bro. Somebody put a podcast up there, and he was like, "Yo, I got paid $20 for putting this podcast up here," which is a lot considering the views and the monetization wise. I'm like, that's good for an emerging platform because technically X is still a new app, especially when it comes with.
I think it's kind of shit. If I'm being real,
video stuff.
Since he's bought it, I think it's kind of shit.
Bro said, "Yo, we got a bunch of new features," and everybody's like, "Yeah, you took all the good ones away. You gave us Spaces. Who the fuck wants Clubhouse on fucking Twitter?" But apparently
not nobody.
Yo, apparently a lot of people use that for like wild shit.
Oh, like gross stuff?
Yeah, like gross stuff.
Of course. I mean, the cesspool of the internet, right?
I mean, I guess it's
you give enough people enough resources, they make it nasty.
All right, back to the X-Men.
Yes, please. Okay. Back to the X-Men. So, episode 1, we meet Rebelto, who is Sunspot in the comic books. Oh, isn't it cool having someone who reads comics on the podcast?
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, who's that?
That's Sunspot.
What's this? Oh my god, the intro when they were putting the people, I was like, blue guy, fire girl. I was like rain woman.
So we start with Sunspot. He's being captured by the FOH, which are
let's fuck out of here.
The fuck out of here group.
Fuck out of here group.
It's something
Friends
human.
of Humanity.
I think it's right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, that's what it was.
So they are the terrorist organization group that they're putting collars on mutants and selling them to the highest bidder. So they capture this boy who's a rich kid from Portugal whose family owns a coffee business, I think it is, and he's like, I'll give you all the money you need. Don't trip. Don't sell me.
I got you.
And they're like, we don't give a fuck about your money. We want you dead because you black. I'm kidding. They say
that's exactly.
But that's literally what it is.
Like not because you black, but because you're different than me. So it's kind of the same.
Yeah, pretty much
kind of the same thing.
And then the X-Men burst through the window. No, the ceiling. Right? It was the ceiling. And then we see the original X-Men. You know, like the original group.
Bro,
throwing it the fuck down, bro.
Bro was like, there's only 2 of them, but all of them gonna come, so let's start clapping people. And then boom, Cyclops breaks the wall, and he's like, I'm here, bitch.
And I love Cyclops in the show, man.
Shout out to Cyclops.
Word. Shout out to whoever made him cool again, because dude, wow, he's been a bitch for so long.
That's the phrase that's perfect. Cool again. Because I remember him when I was younger.
When just his design, you're like, that man is sick.
He's a cool guy.
Right? But every time he was, I think in the original show he was cool, but then they started giving the spotlight to Wolverine when Wolverine started getting popular in the movies.
We don't need that.
And then in the movies, they made him a bitch. Every live action version of Cyclops was a bitch.
They made him look bad because fucking Hugh Jackman.
Well, yeah. Like, which, by the way, Hugh Jackman made Wolverine great, bro. Like I think I like Hugh Jackman's version of Wolverine better than I've ever liked any of the animated. Like I went to rewatch the animated series before this one came out. Mm-hmm. I hate Wolverine. He's such a bitch.
Word?
Yeah, like he's just always angry. He has like short man syndrome all the time, and like for me,
he's like 5'2".
He is, yeah.
He's 5'2", and I was like, the first thing I was like, yo, look, he's mad short. Like he's supposed to be.
In the books, yeah, he's little as hell.
He is like he's on Gremlin.
But
time.
literally, he falls in love with Jean
so fast.
For no reason. She gives him no attention. She's like, dude, I don't like you. And the whole show, he's like, oh, mad about it because the girl won't like him. And I'm like, bro, get the fuck over yourself, bro. You're like 1,000 years old.
He got incel syndrome.
He really does.
Incel little man.
And it's insane to me that like so many people connected with this character growing up. And I'm like, ew, y'all want to be like this motherfucker?
He's like, you want a girl who clearly is never giving you the
time of day. But he was obsessed with her in the original series.
He's still obsessed with her
kind of, yeah.
Bro was dumb tight. He was like, she's leaving with him. Betrayers.
You sound just like his voice actor. So yes, they bust down that place. They rescue Roberto and then they bring him back to the X Mansion. And it's a very parallel to the very first episode of the original series when they save Jubilee from the same type of
what?
Yeah, so that's why Jubilee is the one that wakes him up. And
she's like, hey, it's me.
Yeah. So Jubilee is.
I've been there.
She literally says that all that type of stuff when Beast wakes him up, right?
Like 20 minutes ago.
She's like, hey, I've been here. I know what it's like to not like want to be born with what you have, but understand that these people around you are like trying to help you, and you can be yourself.
In denial. He's like, what do you mean?
He's like, what do I have?
I don't got no powers.
I don't got nothing.
What do you think I didn't?
I'm not like y'all.
I don't got that shit. I don't claim that. That's not my heritage. So that's not my story.
And then like while they're in the kitchen, I think, right? That's what the next scene is. It's like the X-Men in the kitchen talking about
how to move forward with the team.
Now that Xavier is gone, right?
They're like, yo, Cyclops, you're not in charge.
Which technically he is.
But to that point,
after that he was.
He's in charge.
And then all the other. Hey, by the way, Gambit. That's my guy. That's my favorite character.
Cuck.
Hey, watch your mouth, dog.
Bro, just let that happen.
Which, by the way, you know what? Fuck y'all. Why y'all do me like that? Because, dude, in the original series, they went through so much like stuff between him and Rogue, and just for them to end up together. And I was like, yes,
we did it.
And then for them to then just rip it away from me. And this show is nuts, bro. Fuck. I love them together.
You watch that go down.
So, they're playing basketball in the back, and then Roberto runs away. Cyclops is like, why the hell did y'all let this kid run away? What the hell was y'all doing? They're like, we're playing basketball.
You didn't see the shattered window and the broken picture of Xavier?
And then I like this scene a lot where Cyclops really is the leader. He's like, Wolverine, go look for him. Like, you're literally the best tracker. And just like Wolverine's like, oh, who the fuck are you bossing around? He's like, you motherfucker, go. And he's like, okay.
God, fine. I'm not gonna like that shit.
You're right. No, he was like, no. And then Gene was like, Wolverine, please. And he's like, all right. Because he's pussy whipped from someone who's never got pussy from.
He's like, all right, babe. All right, babe, I'll go. He like, just for you, I'll go.
And they find the kid at a nightclub, dancing his ass off.
He's like,
and so they
and
send.
Gambit's like, pew, pew, pew.
It's not Gambit, it's Jubilee who does that.
Oh, Jubilee.
She has firework powers.
Fireworks.
They bring out, it's Wolverine, Gambit, Rogue, Jubilee.
Basically everybody but fucking the Cyclops and his girl.
And Storm. Storm wasn't there. She didn't show up.
The fuck was she doing?
She was at the X Mansion.
She was like, I'm chilling, guys. What's up? Beast, you wanna get some lunch?
Oh, Beast wasn't there either.
So they just said basically the B players.
Hey, B, Wolverine's a main guy. And so is Rogan. You bugging out, bro.
Continuity, bro. Little man, little baby.
They find the boy. Jubilee and him start flirting. They start dancing.
She's like, what's your power? You're just rich and attractive. And he's like, and single.
Start rizzing each other up.
That's Riz. If
rizzing each other up, bro.
He's the Rizzler. That's him.
And then Wolverine come through. He's like, yo, look, I found this stupid ass hat from the FOH. We gotta get the fuck out of here. Look, they got a gun in here. We gotta get out before they find us.
But nothing happens in that club, though, right?
No, they get out. Yeah, they get out. They bring him back to the X Mansion, and then is when they find out Magneto in that motherfucker. They're like, who's in?
It's like intruder alert.
Yeah.
And he's like,
who the hell's in his office?
Intruder. What the fuck? They pull up.
And it's
Magneto.
Magneto.
On site, and it's Magneto. He's like, guys,
he's like, I'm usually a villain, but today I'm not.
I'm a hero.
Today I'm not, guys. I've changed my mind.
I am the leader of the X-Men. Everybody's like, what the
That line was kind of fire, though. He's like,
welcome, my X-Men.
Yeah.
I was like,
they're like,
okay.
what the hell? He's like, yeah, Xavier and left me everything in his will, and then the episode ends.
Boom, cliffhanger.
Wow.
Psych, there's another episode.
There's 2 episodes, yeah.
Which I thought was cool. I
Yeah.
like the fact that they dropped 2 episodes.
Yeah,
I'm like,
same.
Well, that's good. That's nice.
And
That's nice of you, Disney.
In the next episode, we start off right where we left off. It's Magneto explaining to them how him and Xavier have always had like a very close-knit relationship, but always disagreed on certain views, right? Where Charles has always been about peace and like trying to, inhabit the Earth or co-inhabit the Earth, yeah. And he's more of the I don't give a fuck. It should be ours because look at the way they treat us.
This is our Earth. We're better.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is crazy when you look at it on like a sliding scale, like on a spectrum. Charles is on one side, Magneto's on the other side. but if the homies just came together right here.
But they never came together.
They never came together because my boy got clapped.
He did at the end of the
by
show.
the clap.
By the clap. And then while they're all explaining that, then the girl with the blonde hair who's like part of the UN basically is like, well, Magneto, as much as you want to say you're a good guy. Oh, by the way, he saved some kid off a Ferris wheel. I forgot to mention that.
Oh yeah, but that was
like at the end of episode 1 or some shit.
That's
just to show him that he wasn't an evil man anymore.
Yeah, they gave us like a beginning thing, like montage.
Yeah.
At the second episode, they're like, look, I'm a good guy. I do good things.
I do good things.
And
now.
immediately the UN pulls up to the crib and he's like, let me slice your head off with these helicopter blades.
No, he didn't though. He was just like, she pulled up and she started threatening him. She was like, you can't do nothing.
And he's like,
these
helicopter
guns,
blades.
He's like, these guns is made of plastic. He's like, motherfucker, you came in a metal fucking helicopter.
She really sat
she
there
was
like
shook. She was like, oh, I forgot.
Guy pulled up his gun. Pull up your gun. He was like, come on, man. I forgot we came in non-plastic helicopter.
And he like, which is sick. He puts like all the rotors, like the things mad close to them. He's like, yeah, you think you safe for real?
She's like, I didn't think this through. Clearly, because I'm a white blonde woman.
And he's like, listen,
I should have Ubered here.
He's like, if I surrender, will I get a fair trial, like anyone else? Like, will I get my due processing?
She was like, yeah, you'll get due process. But she made it sound like he wasn't gonna get due process.
It did, but she did eventually give him due process.
Eventually got it. So we're gonna fast forward to the UN.
Yes, just jump there. Because what's in between that?
I don't remember.
Nothing.
I think it just jumps right to the UN.
Does it?
Well, it jumps to Wolverine watching it on TV.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it does. It jumps to him and Jean still in the house because Jean's pregnant, so she doesn't really go on missions. Yeah. Which I don't think we ever mentioned that she was pregnant. She's pregnant. Her and Cyclops have been together.
They're gonna have a baby.
Yeah, she's pregnant.
And then
Wolverine's like, just a pissy bitch sitting at home. He's like, my bitch got pregnant by another motherfucker. Who isn't my bitch?
And then, so I think at that moment, shit breaks out at the UN, and Wolverine's like, we gotta go, back him up.
So basically,
he gets up, and then Jean's like,
my water broke.
She's like, no, he's coming. He pulls out his blades. Who's coming? She's like,
the baby, you idiot. Like, why you being so violent?
And he's like, oh shit, even worse. Puts away his blades.
And then at the UN, it's basically the same thing that you would expect to happen when people hate people. People don't like that he's getting a fair trial because he was once a villain and
terrorists.
Yeah. So they start attacking the UN while basically all the X-Men besides Wolverine and Jean are there. And so they start fighting with that white boy that was that white man that was in the beginning of the show that captured Roberto. But
that was him?
Yeah, the same guy.
Oh shit!
But he changes his name to the Executioner.
Yeah, which the subtitles made a point
that it's an X.
It's X,
not X. Like the X-Men. And he's using Sentinel weapons, which if you know comics, you know what the Sentinels are. They're bots created to kill mutants and whatever.
Hunt them down.
Yeah. So he goes with his FOH buddies to the UN and the protesters of just humans.
Just in general.
Yeah. And they start attacking the UN, and so the X-Men are like, hey, we got to set up a perimeter, make sure that nobody gets in or hurts the judges or Magneto, because now they're turning on the judges because they feel the judges betrayed humankind
by
giving Magneto a trial. So they start attacking the UN, and then a fight breaks out. Fight's crazy cool. Cyclops and the Executioners are going at it. Morph comes, which by the way, Morph is an MVP for real. As much as he doesn't get shown a lot in the original series, he got
shown quite a bit this last 2 episodes.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be a mainstay. But in the original series, they showed him for the very first episode. He dies, quote unquote. He gets brought back by Mr. Sinister, the guy that you're like, who's that? In the opening, yeah. So he gets brought back as an evil person, gets brainwashed, and then Professor X helps him out. So that's why he's good now.
But I feel like it's probably making up for the fact that all that happened, got very little screen time. Because in every major fight, there has been always a cut to he does something
him doing
cool.
some cool shit. Yeah,
like, oh, yo, that's so sick.
Because Morph is literally Mystique, but better. His powers are just better. It's
we haven't seen Mystique yet, right?
Not in this show, but in the original one, yeah. So Mystique's power is
that blue bitch.
Yeah, she can copy people's like appearance, but that's it.
But no powers.
She could copy your appearance, your DNA, and the way you speak, but no powers. He's the same way, but he can copy your powers if he copies you.
Now, when
which
Cyclops
is sick.
was getting his ass eaten, I was like, yo, just turn to Cyclops.
It didn't seem like Cyclops was winning that fight anyway.
No, that's what I'm saying. He was getting his ass eaten. So I was like, yo, go pull up and help
he
him.
He changed into Lady Deathstrike. Then he goes into Cyclops. Colossus, the big metal guy, and then he turns into Psylocke, which is cool.
Which he was giving that guy hands.
Yeah, Psylocke is cool. And then he busts Cyclops' like visor, and then he starts getting washed because he can't see, and he doesn't want to open his eyes and just like blast all the humans and then actually be a terrorist.
Yeah, word.
So he's just getting bopped, and then Morph comes in and saves him. And then while he's putting his little goggle thingies back on, his wife contacts him like mentally and is like, "Hey, the baby's coming. Like, I need you here because the baby's coming." And I really like the fact that in most shows it would have just been like, too bad. I'm busy.
I'm fighting. I'm saving the world.
Yeah, but
right
I
now?
like that he's like, nah, I'm a dad first. Like, I need to go with my wife. And then I love that
Storm.
That Storm is like,
Storm's like Rogue. Audible. Rogue, take him to the hospital.
That she's like the second leader of the group. It's so sick.
And it's like seamless.
Yeah, it is.
It's like she
just always is on it whenever he's not.
Something's happening. All right, guys, listen up.
I'm leading right now. Yep.
It's happening right now. This is going to happen. Do this, do that. And because of that,
MVP Storm, she tells Rogue to fly Cyclops to the hospital while they take care of whatever the fuck is happening at the UN.
So this now we have Wolverine, Jean, Cyclops,
and Rogue
at all in the hospital, and that leaves Beast, Morph, Magneto, who is still in chains,
yes, and in a collar, so he can't use his powers.
Storm,
and that's it.
Gambit was somewhere.
Was Gambit there?
Gambit was somewhere.
Oh yeah, he was. He got bopped by the Executioner, and then the Executioner started using a staff.
Yeah, he did got bopped.
He got bopped. Yeah.
So we have 4 people of the team not
there. Oh, and Bishop. Bishop got bopped too, remember?
I don't even know who the
fuck black
Bishop
guy.
is.
The one that gets shot and then uses his powers.
Yeah, he got bopped like crazy.
He put a collar on him and was like, nah, she absorbed this bitch. And shot him.
Bro got bopped on the outside, not even in the UN yet.
Yep.
He was like, all right, guys, go do damage control outside. Immediately gets put down. They didn't die, right?
No. None of them were dead. Because he's at the end. He's like talking to them.
I just remembered because fucking what's his name is a cuck.
Yo, watch him out, bro.
Then we get a cool speech after this crazy ass shit.
So they get into the UN. They're now in the judge room.
So it's like 3 tiers outside, inside,
lobby,
UN room.
Yep.
So now we're here. They have broken the line. Defenses have gone down.
Yep.
Thanks to the shitty human help that the mutants were getting.
Yep.
Clearly it wasn't enough.
Not even remotely. And they didn't even take off his collar until they got into the room.
Yeah, they were like, guys,
we're gonna die. Help,
please. Need your help.
So and not even because Storm is the one who like takes initiative. Like
do this.
She's like the moment they break it, she's like, listen to me. If y'all don't listen to me right the fuck now, we are all gonna die.
No, she's like, you're gonna die. We're gonna be okay. You might die.
So we got the Executioner walking in with his buddies.
Yeah. And first the buddies walk in and they cause a mess, and then
Magneto takes all the metal in the room, makes giant spikes.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna impale everybody.
That would have been nuts. That would have completely derailed his whole I'm trying to be peaceful shit. So he didn't do it.
I thought that's where he was going. I was like, Storm, you seem awfully cool with this. But she was because he put the spikes down and then electrify the spikes.
She makes an electrical fence so that if they won't keep going. Makes sense. She's not hurting them directly. If they walk into it, that's on them.
I thought it was continuously zapping them.
No. It's just like it's like a.
Well, you know how a electrical fly killer thing.
Yes.
You know how it's still kind of hot even if you're close to it. Yes. I thought it was like that they're like, ooh, I'm a little hot.
Well, maybe, but they didn't. If they didn't get cut or shot.
I wasn't in the Capitol Hill riots either. Just FYI.
Which I think that's what it was
referencing.
Exactly
what it was referencing.
Most likely. So they get in. They get trapped into this like electrical cage, and then we get this fucker finally come in, the Executioner.
All and slow and shit. He's like,
and he has this weapon that
I'm about to make a statement.
Made from the collars that stop their powers for like whatever amount of time that they're holding. But he like amped it so that way if you get hit by it, is bye-bye power.
I think there's a bigger story there, right? Because I don't think that guy is smart enough to do that.
No, he is not. So someone else is helping him.
Carrying out the mission of
somebody else. And I guess we will find out later, right? Because we only got 2 episodes.
Yeah. So how many episodes? Like
this season? Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
16?
I don't know. I could search it up if you want me to.
No, let's keep it.
So he gets in the room. His target is Magneto. He walks in there to kill Magneto because he thinks Magneto doesn't deserve a fair trial.
And bro just standing there.
Yeah, I don't know why Magneto didn't see anything. He was just chilling there.
He was like this.
Like earlier,
you talk. I'll be Magneto.
Earlier he had like a whole thing on, like bubble shield. He was just like, nah.
Wow. He was just standing there, like just Like, what are you doing?
So the dude shoots Magneto.
He's like, all right, this fence is enough. I don't got to do anything anymore.
He shoots Magneto, and then Storm realizes it. She's like, Magneto! And the motherfucker don't move! Then she has to jump in front of the stupid bullet for him.
She's like, Magneto? He's like, what? He just looks at her, and then she's flying to him.
And so she gets shot. Yeah.
Murdered.
No, she doesn't get killed, but she does get shot.
The only identity she held true to herself was taken away from her.
That is true.
In a way, she was killed, and now she has to live her life
as just Aurora.
As Aurora.
No Storm.
No Storm. She's not used to.
And it's really sad to see, like,
yo, she was crying.
She was crying. I was like, damn. Yeah, and you see how mad it gets Magneto that she starts crying. He's like, look at what you've done to my people. This is how you want us to be, right? Sitting here.
Like, you want to neuter us.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I can't even tell you what the speech was because of how good it was, but it was good, bro. He put that motherfucker on a big ass circle, bro, tossed his ass, put his ass, treatment, put him upside down. And then they brought all of them to space. And then he gives one of the best speeches I've ever seen. Oh, he says never again, which is one of Magneto's best lines ever. Like, he uses it in the comic books. I think Michael Fassbender, he uses it when in X-Men First Class. You saw the movie before?
I've seen the movies. I don't remember.
You remember? So in X-Men First Class, when they shoot
to be real,
the nukes.
This is the first thing of X-Men.
Really? You didn't watch any of the live action stuff?
I've watched the movies. I don't remember the movies.
Oh. Are you going to watch Deadpool 3 then? Deadpool was part of that whole X-Men franchise. Well, not anymore because he got bought out by Disney, but he was.
I'm about to reveal myself as a fraud. I've only watched Deadpool 1 and 2 on airplanes.
Damn.
And I fell asleep halfway through every time.
Damn. Hey, you watched Deadpool 2?
I watched it on an airplane.
You remember Cable?
The guy with the
metal
military haircut?
Yeah.
That guy?
Yeah.
Hey, at least I remember that guy.
You know who that is?
Who?
That's Nathan. Summers.
That's Thanos?
No. Well, yeah, but that's Nathan Summers. That's that little baby that just got born.
Oh.
That's Cable.
Oh, shit. What the
Spoiler, but
because 97.
Yeah. So remember, he's at least in Deadpool 2, he's also from the future, but usually in the comic books, he's from the future.
Oh, that's cool.
So he's from the same town that Bishop is from, the black guy that you see.
Okay. The guy who just eats energy.
Yes. So Nathan Summers is a son of Jean Grey and Cyclops. Jean Grey. Quotations.
We'll get there for you, Brian. Anyway, so he brings us to space, and he's like, "Hey guys,
please watch the episode just because we cannot give you how good this speech was. Like, it's that good. Just go or just search up Magneto's speech on YouTube or whatever the hell it is. It's good.
Or just sign up for Disney Plus.
No.
Or steal passwords.
I think they're getting rid of that. The share password stuff
on the dark web and
don't go on the dark web.
Buy someone's Disney Plus password, or go even deeper into the dark web and buy credit card information, identity information,
just
IP
ask a friend
addresses.
for a password, bro.
What you could do that if you're boring.
That's so much work.
If you're boring and you want to do that, go ahead. But basically, he looks at the humans and he's like, "Guys, don't make me let you down." Double entendre, by the
literally,
way.
because he's like, I'm trying to be a better person because of my best friend dying, and like literally telling me like, hey, I want us to coexist. I don't want us to all just fight until there's only one race on Earth, right? Yeah. And he's like, and I'm trying to be better, but y'all are making it really fucking hard.
I could literally drop you from space all the way down to the planet if you want me to, and I could repeat this process with a whole group of different people.
The coldest fucking line I've ever seen, bro.
And they were in space, so they were literally cold. They were like, "Ooh, it's cold up here. It's chilly."
And then we cut to the X Mansion, and Magneto and Cyclops are sitting there, and Cyclops gives him a cup of coffee, and he's like, "Is this poison?" He's like, "No, man, dark roast." He's like, "I trust you. Like, after what you did, like, it seems like you actually want to do good by us, and it makes sense that Charles would trust you with this now."
Do we trust Magneto?
I trust Magneto, but I don't fuck with him because of what he did.
I feel
I'm gonna get to what he did, but I'm gonna tell you.
I feel inclined to believe my boy, especially after what he did.
Who?
Magneto.
You don't like him?
I like him. I said I feel like.
Oh, you trust him wholeheartedly?
I trust him. Yeah.
I do trust that he is trying to.
Putting my faith in you.
I agree. I'm putting my faith in him for now. But
if you betray me, I'm gonna stop watching this show.
I mean, listen, Magneto is.
Don't betray me.
Magneto is known for doing that. I'm being real.
Magneto is known for doing people dirt.
So we get that scene, and then basically Magneto's like, "So are you now accepting the fact that you want to like leave the team and go be a family now?" And he's like, "Yeah, pretty much." Yeah, he's like, "I believe that you can lead the X-Men without me being here."
Love.
And then, do we get the scene with Magneto and her name first, or do we get the scene with Jean at the door first?
Jean at the door.
Jean at the door?
No, her first.
You're right, yes. Yeah. So, after that, nighttime comes through, right? Magneto's in his office. Rogue shows up. Which, by the way, we never even brought up the fact that she saw him earlier when he came in.
Originally?
Yeah, and then she was like, hey, like, don't let anyone know that we used to have a past and that I used to be evil. Because in the original show, she was evil, and then she switches sides. So... she goes to visit him in his office again, and Rogue is one of those people who she cannot touch another human being or mutant. So if she touches a human,
die.
Yeah. So if she touches a human, if she holds on to them for long enough, they will die literally. Mm-hmm. And if she touches a mutant, she will absorb their power, and then she can use those powers forever, or forever how long she like. So the reason she can fly and has super strength is because in the original series, she holds on to Miss Marvel all the way up until the point where she has like a coma.
Damn.
And that's why she's as strong as Miss Marvel basically now. So she has Miss Marvel's powers and then her sucky powers, basically. Oh. So she's like pretty much deprived of touch for years. Like even her own man can't touch her, which is Gambit, my favorite character. But they're in love, but he hasn't been able to touch her because whenever he does, he gets weakened or she steals his powers. But Magneto has some way of using his magnetic force to like make a little barrier around her skin, so to be able to touch her, basically. And so she craves touch. She goes to his office, takes off her gloves, and they fuck. And guess who the fuck? Guess who the fuck is outside that door watching?
Earthquake levels of
who you think was out there watching? His girl cheated on him the whole time.
Sir McCuckington.
Yeah, watch your mouth, bro.
Mr.
Gambit, bro. I feel magician. So bad for him, man. That's my guy. I saw him in the intro, like, this magician. My God, he had like a Queen of Hearts and he drops it. And I'm like, damn, rip to the king, bro.
Just devastated. And then Fabian said the craziest shit I ever heard is like, yo, watching your girl cheat on you is a whole different level.
It's a whole different level of heartbreak, bro.
I was like, what did he say?
Imagine that, bro. I don't know how he stood there and just cried. I would have jumped in that room and started fucking throwing cards.
You made it sound like you was in that position.
No. But I'm saying if I was, if I was Gambit, I would have busted in that office throwing cards. I'd be like, blowing everything up, bro.
Lady was just like, what are you doing, bro?
And then we go to the scene where the whole X-Men are in the office reading Storm's letter because she runs. Oh, we didn't even get to that. So Storm loses her power permanently. Hank tells her, and so she feels like,
guys, there's a way
we can save
fix it. And I'm like, the smartest motherfucker just told you that DNA is done forever.
Yeah, kind of. And so
I hope not.
She leaves a letter basically saying like, oh, I can't be an X-Men now that I don't have powers. I'm going to go find out who I am without the powers or what I have, right?
Mm-hmm. And then she gets on a bus.
She gets on a bus.
Like, and everybody else is like, who the, ain't that bitch who can control lightning?
And so then we cut to the scene after the cheating scene that they're all in the X mansion in the living room reading her letter basically because Jean Grey finds it.
And then Morph is like, don't worry, guys. She's gonna spend some time with the
regular people, and they gonna come back.
And she's gonna come back, and I go, like,
see? Door. Yeah, we hear a knock on the door.
Here.
And then who is it?
It's Jean?
Jean.
I was like, huh? I was
There's
like,
two.
I was like,
Ain't
she the one in the?
And then Cyclops is like, Jean. He's like, huh? And he turns around, and he see his girl, and he see another girl,
and they're both like,
and then the other Jean's like, what the fuck?
She's like, who the fuck is that? And then Fabian spoiled it for me.
I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys. I want you guys to watch the show.
He told me because I was confused.
Don't spoil it.
I was like, what the fuck is going on right now?
It's following a storyline from the comic book. So if you read the comics, you will absolutely know immediately. Like I said earlier, Nathan Summers is their son, right? Mm-hmm. And it's during that comic book line that you understand everything that's going on. Okay. So yeah, so and I don't want to spoil it. So please watch
the next episode.
Yeah, we definitely will.
Right?
We definitely will for sure.
Well, yeah, that was X-Men.
I think it's a 10 out of 10.
That was 10 out of 10 for both.
I agree. Yeah.
I was like,
for an animated show to come out today and age to be that good, that story driven, that well written, that well animated, that well action, dude, it's good. I don't know. I haven't seen something this good since like Young Justice at Cartoon Network like years ago, bro. So, I guess Invincible. Invincible is like kind of the same thing.
Yeah, but I heard people were upset that it took a break in between like the
It's
season.
hard. Yeah, it's hard to be hyped for a show that constantly takes breaks in between their seasons. And the reason they do that is because Amazon isn't good when it comes to their animation like department. They don't give them enough time, or they're overworking them, and they're doing stuff like that. So Amazon is killing their own show by doing that. Yeah,
be better. Is Invincible part of the Boys universe?
No,
separate universe.
Yes,
but
it is
Robert
part of
Kirkland.
Robert Kirkland made
Invincible,
both.
both. So it's the part of the Robert Kirkland verse.
He made Invincible and The Walking Dead. Sorry.
Dead.
Not what did you say?
The
Boys? No, that's
The Boys?
Gerard Way, the guy from. He's in a band.
There's no sugar in this.
Fuck off. He's a lead singer of a band, but he wanted to make. Oh no, I might be fucking wrong again. That might be the Umbrella Academy. I don't know. I read too much comics and know too much fucking people's names.
Damn, I'm tired. Got the itis.
This is why I drank the C4 before the episode started, because I knew that Mose was gonna fucking drop me, bro. That shit was filling.
I had some banana.
Oh yeah, the banana pudding from Marty's. That shit's good.
That shit was fire. I rate that 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. We should go there one day.
I'm down.
Not right now. I'm too fucking
full. Yeah,
exhausted.
So
let's wrap up, Fabian.
Let's
wrap up. We got Bad Batch coming soon. We got a few more episodes of that. X-Men just started, so that's gonna.
I'm definitely watching. I'm finishing that.
Keep our attention. Can I just give a shout out to Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yes,
I've been watching that show on
TikTok. Have been too? TikTok.
On TikTok Live.
But hey, that show's good.
I feel like I'm watching.
I'm on the last
with my buddies, like on TikTok.
People be commenting on it,
and I'm like, oh shit,
that's actually really cool. I watch it alone. I rewatched it after I watched the live action. I rewatched all of the original series. I'm currently on Korra season 1 now. That I've finished. And by the way, stop hating on fucking Korra. I love Korra. I love Korra more than Aang.
She doesn't. Oh.
Sorry to break it to y'all.
Aang's my guy.
I do like Aang, but I like Korra
Aang.
better. Have you watched Korra?
I watched Korra when it came out, and I have more.
You had no idea?
No, I have more vivid memories of watching Korra than I do.
When you finish Avatar,
The Last Airbender,
watch Korra.
I don't know.
Now that you have the context of everything, I promise you it's gonna be.
I gotta jump on the TikTok Live to catch up to where I'm at.
I'm telling you.
Some guy streams it, book 1 to
Just go watch it
book
yourself,
3
bro.
at the same time, like in one sitting. So
Yeah.
I gotta find where I left off.
Okay.
And then
So you were like at where he was in the Fire Nation or at the Earth Temple?
So I watched it when he got like freed
from
from the ice, and then all of a sudden we were in Ba Sing Se.
Oh, Earth Temple.
And then all of a sudden he was in Fire Nation school saying,
"Damn, you skipped all them seasons."
He was like, technically the air nomads didn't have a military, and then the teacher's like, how would you know that? You had to. What, you were there 100 years ago?
and he's like, no.
And then he teaches the kids dancing. Makes like a little like fake, like a prom kind of, like a dance prom. So that was cool.
Did you watch the live action at all? No,
I haven't watched live action. I don't got the flicks, bro.
I think
I don't got the
as
flicks.
much as people hated on it, it is what it is, and I thought it was okay.
How many episodes?
I think it's like 12.
Oh my god, so many episodes for live action.
And yeah.
So shout out to Avatar: The Last Airbender. Been watching that on TikTok. There's also a guy on YouTube that streams it. So I've been watching it on YouTube sometimes. What else? What else have I been watching?
You watched Ghostbusters.
I watched Ghostbusters.
Did you give us a review on anything
no,
yet? Or no. What'd you think?
No review. I'll give you a solid 1 minute review.
Okay.
It was funny for what it was. It wasn't trying to be anything it was in the past. Paul Rudd carried the movie a little bit.
Really?
He was
okay.
Like in very, I don't want to say very few scenes because it really like was focused on the girl.
Kids?
Yeah, there's a girl there, and I think it's supposed to be his like stepdaughter.
Okay.
And she's kind of annoying, but as all little kids are annoying.
Yeah, it's kind of like you can't fault a kid.
I can't blame you.
Yeah,
for
right.
For being
it's
this
literally
way.
a kid.
You're
yeah.
like 15 years old.
That's why. Anytime someone's like, "I can't stand that kid," I'm like, "It's a child, bro." Like, what do you expect a child to act like a grown ass adult?
Yep,
like, it makes no sense.
Like in my cinematic universe,
it doesn't make sense.
That's a grown adult.
I just don't think that any 15-year-old would ever act like a grown adult unless they've been through like insane amount of trauma.
So basically, it's like 3 generations of Ghostbusters already.
Yeah. I've never been that much of a Ghostbusters fan, so I don't really care for.
And
those
Paul
types of
Rudd
movies.
is like an outsider to it.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like he
plays that role well.
He plays a good role in like saying, "Hey, like this isn't.
This is creepy. I don't know what the fuck's going on half the time."
No. He's like he's supposed to be like a science guy.
Oh, okay.
But he's supposed to be like, "Hey, the point of Ghostbusters is not that like it belongs to you because simply you were born into it. Like if you're chosen to do it, there must be a reason, like an underlying reason why you were chosen to it. Like they don't just make anybody Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Like
of course you're a Ghostbuster because like you're like." It's
family
in your family line, but also there's a special reason why you were chosen to do that. And she, throughout the whole movie, just felt simply because she was in that lineage that's the only reason why she deserved to be in the Ghostbusters. Like it was like it's supposed to be for her. Like,
yeah,
it's like she's
the burden of legacy, basically.
Yeah, she's like, this is mine because of my name. And he's been just trying to get the point across to her, like it's not simply because of that. There's other things that make you worthy of being a Ghostbuster, and then we kind of get like an old like Spirit. That's the main villain in the
from the other movies.
I don't know actually. I don't remember any of the.
I don't know.
We get to see the mushroom people, the little marshmallow people.
Okay, they're back.
And then we get to see the goo.
Okay, Slimer's back.
Yep.
So those are original ones.
Yeah, I know, which was cool because they did them in such like a cameo, nice
How
way.
How is the special effects for this film? It's
pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because I heard people complaining for the last one.
Everybody's got a bitch
that
about
is
something.
True. Anybody that has like any original IPs, you cannot fucking please those people.
You can't change nothing.
You can't please them. Because even the new TMNT I thought was fantastic.
It was awesome.
People do not like that film.
They don't like the style of the film because it looks like...
But it looks like Spider-Verse to me. Like a dirty Spider-Verse. Yeah, it's like a dirty Spider-Verse.
It's like, I was going to say New York Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
but New York is...
Yeah, it is in New York, but it's way cleaner and like prettier in Spider-Verse than
but
it is.
I said, it's not trying to be any of the original. It's just trying to be its own story within the parameters.
Do they ever reference the girl Ghostbusters at all? Or have they been completely written off like they never were?
To be real with you, I don't even know if they do because I didn't watch the girls Ghostbusters. Was there a black girl in the girls Ghostbusters? So I think she's in this movie.
Oh, so they do reference her.
And I think one of the girls from that movie is probably the daughter that I'm talking about, but I just didn't get to watch it. I didn't get to watch the Ghostbusters. To be real with you, I didn't know there was a female Ghostbusters until
that's the one that got that bombed a few years ago.
I didn't know that until like 3 weeks ago.
That's what like basically killed their IP is when they gave us the movie with all the girls, and then everyone was like, "Girls, absolutely not!
Internalized homosexuality triggering."
I can't with old people and their fucking fandoms.
I'll give it like a 7.5. out of 10.
Not bad.
I'm not a big Ghostbusters
that or
guy.
Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda was a 10 out of 10, boy.
You think that's way better?
Yeah.
Damn.
Kung Fu Panda was fire.
You heard it here. Go watch Kung Fu Panda.
Every single Kung Fu Panda thing, even the Christmas special was pretty fire. Have you seen the Christmas special?
No.
Where the little red panda guy is having like, he's like,
I've seen all the movies, and then I watched Legends of Awesomeness when I was a kid.
Like he doesn't like want to be a part of Poe's family because Poe's such like a family kind of guy, and Poe's like, come on, this is like you're invited to this stuff, and then he learns a Christmas miracle where he's like, all right,
wow, such a great lesson to teach kids.
Like a grumpy guy, like, hey, you can be involved in this, like you don't have to set yourself aside. No one is setting yourself aside, but
you should watch. Since you watch Kung Fu Panda, go to Film Theory on YouTube.
Film Theory.
And watch why Oogway is actually evil.
Oogway?
Yeah, that fucking turtle.
The turtle?
Yo, justice for Tai Long. Yo, I love that man.
You a radical. This man's a rascal.
Nah,
anyway,
Tai Long deserves justice. He was done wrong, and if you know, you know.
This was Idle Talk. Thank you guys for coming out. Follow us on YouTube at IdleTalkPod, on TikTok and Instagram at IdleTalkPod, and on wherever you get your podcasts from. Idle Talk. Search us up, Google us, Bing us. Ask Jeeves us, and we will see you
on the next one before Fabian gets too crazy and riled up with all these radical idealists.
Peace.